83 damage on our 3. We're going to try to peel back, help our teammates. We pop a shell. Sylvanas uses his ultimate, knocks up the Guan Yu. We're going to focus on the Guan Yu, try to provide a little bit of peel for the Merlin. Guan Yu's going onto the Merlin. We're going to use our ultimate. We're able to get the ult on the 2 people. We get the pick onto the Cthulhu. We try to save the Merlin. We dash in, but unfortunately, we did not. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Sobek in the solo lane. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, Sobek smacks in the solo lane, and he's just surprisingly good. He has a dash, he has a knockup, he has a heal and an anti-heal, and just does surprisingly well in a 1v1 matchup where he gets to just eat the whole minion wave and level up. So let's go ahead and review Sobek's abilities, so that way we are on the same page. Sobek's 1, he's going to dash forward and pluck the first enemy that he hits, and he's going to toss them backwards. While Sobek is dashing, he's immune to knockups. Sobek's 2 is his tail whip. It's very simple. He's going to whip his tail in a circle and deal damage, knocking back enemies. Sobek's 3, he's going to have a cone attack where he throws his sickening strike. Sobek does an axe attack that damages all enemies in front of him, lowers their healing received. In addition, Sobek heals for each enemy hit up to 3. Okay. So it's going to have a 50% healing reduction on it. That's going to last 4 seconds, and it's also going to provide you a heal 30 at level 1 and 70 at level 5. So this is the ability we're going to want to level up first. It's going to heal us and also apply an anti-heal to the enemy. So right here, we said start blue. Bakasor did not start blue, so we lost a little bit of health. Guan Yu almost invaded. Sobek's ultimate, lurking in the water. Sobek is going to go into the ground. He's going to gain 30% protections. He's going to regenerate mana. He's immune to crowd control, and he's going to slow all enemies. This ult is very similar to Ymir's ult in the sense that if you let it charge all the way up and go off by itself, that is how you get the maximum damage. And if you want to cancel it early, you can for a reduction in the damage. So with Sobek, if you can, you ideally just want to let the ult go off by itself, but if you are going after 2 people and one is about to step out, you do not feel afraid to cancel that ult early. And then Sobek's passive. So this beautiful combo of throwing our 3 on the wave and then throwing our 2 on the wave, that's the combo. That's what we're doing as Sobek pretty much all game. So Sobek's passive. Each time Sobek basic attacks or an ability hits an enemy, he's going to gain protections. It is 4 protections plus 0.3 protection per level. Lifetime is 6 seconds, and you can have up to 3 stacks. We're going to use our 3 on the wave, use our 2, get some basics off on the minions, and we are already almost out clearing this Guan Yu. We don't even have our boots yet. Once we get our boots, the lane clearing phase should be very easy. So with Guan Yu, what we are looking to avoid is that attack right there where he spins his spear around. We do have a pluck. Our pluck could cancel Guan Yu out of that attack. If we could time it just right, I'm sure that's also his damaging ability, meaning that that is the ability he's putting his points in first. So if we can stop him from getting his 3 off onto the wave, we are absolutely going to have wave advantage. That's one mechanic we're looking to utilize in this gameplay. So Bakasor is moving towards our blue. We're going to go ahead and rotate with him, pick this bad boy up. Sobek does go through a lot of mana, so you want to make sure that you have your blue as often as possible. Since Guan Yu pretty much cleared our wave already, we're just going to hang back. Looks like Juan's going for his blue. He already got the totem. A lot of basic attacks going on with Sobek, but that's okay. Once we get boots on, we'll be a little bit smoother. I would definitely say that this early game, where you just have your starter item and the tier 1 boots, is probably the weakest you'll be in sense of pressure. Literally, as soon as you get your boots online, you can clear the wave, and you can just start building into defense and not really worry about offense too much. So we are going to pick up the lifesteal boots, go ahead and teleport back to our tower. Lifesteal boots are going to give us the most power out of any of the shoe options, plus it's going to give us the 12% lifesteal. We miss our pluck, we're going to get our 2 off onto the Guan Yu, use our 3. Right there, we are more concerned with hitting Guan Yu with our abilities over the minions. So we do have some minions we got to take care of while Guan Yu rotates to the totem.
On my way.
We're going to get some free poke on him while he's going for the totem.
Away with you.
So we gotta be very careful when we use our ultimate, because Guan Yu has his ultimate. He will be able to just dash out of my ultimate and make me look silly. So I gotta try to time my ultimate for after he dashes. He's going to teleport back. We're gonna go check his blue real quick, put a ward up on it. A little bit early to be trying to proxy a wave. Three on the wave, 2 on the wave. Clean up the wave with basic attacks.
Be right back.
We're gonna pluck him, get him out of his spin.
You can't run from me.
Now it's the basic attack trade. Knock him up. So he's actually winning these right now. He's dealing more damage to me than I am to him. We're able to get a pluck onto him into the tower. We're gonna go ahead and ult. He's gonna ult. We're gonna explode. Get our 3 off. We have 20 health. We have 37 and 39 health. We were healing more than his basic attacks were damaging us, and it looks like Guan Yu made a misplay and stepped into our tower, so we're able to get the pick right there.
Enemy missing middle.
Magi rotates in on us, and right there, we actually probably could have killed that Dodgy. She teleports in on us, we turn around and dash away, but if we would have dashed her, we were at the perfect distance where we would have thrown her in tower. She would have taken a tower shot, we would have turned around, used our 2 to knock her back into the tower, probably causing her to take a second tower shot. And I think we actually had kill potential there on the Dodgy. We just turned around and played it safe instead of realizing the opportunity that she had presented us. With Sobek, if you are on your tower line, you are in a very strong spot because it only takes 1 pluck to throw them into tower. This Guan Yu does a pretty good job of not really giving me that option. However, that was a beautiful chance for me to do that to the the Dodgy. So right there, we dash, but we accidentally hit a minion, so we pluck the minion instead of the Guan Yu. Guan Yu's moving towards the totem. We're gonna get some poke on him right here.
Double kill.
We pluck him out of his spinning attack. We're going to use our 3 on the wave, get a little bit of a heal going on, use our 2, clean up the wave. Now we're going to go pressure the totem while Guan is in lane. Guan's going to ult us, which is very adventurous because we still have our ultimate. We're going to throw our 3 on him, pluck him out of his spin attack, and then we have our ultimate. We're going to try to sit in it. We're going to take the tower shot to get the full damage. Unfortunately, we are still on cooldown. We use our 3, still not quite enough to get him. He's absolute one shot. Although he is healing, so he'll probably not be one shot by the time I engage him. He's so weak. I want to do something. Dodgy rotates in. We're able to dash out, and I think we're just going to be able to get out right here. Guan Yu looks like he's going for his blue. I remember thinking, ha, you can't just get this blue for free. So we're definitely going for Guan Yu, but Dodgy's standing between us. We don't want to go for the Guan Yu and put ourselves in a position where Dodgy's going to be able to get us. So after the second attempt of trying to get within attacking range of that Guan Yu, I realize it's not really worth it, so we're going to rotate back to the lane, clean up the wave. Our blue just spawned, but we're going to kind of wait for our jungler, see if they're going to make a rotation and help us. We use our 3 on the Guan Yu, but he's a tanky boy.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay.
They're both gonna need a hospital.
Right here is a bad play. I think we either should have been going for the tower, we should have been going for our blue, or we should have just made a play straight for Guan Yu. Looks like he is going to back. We're going to clear this wave and then move for our blue buff. So after going into the lifesteal boots, we are going to be going into the Breastplate of Valor because of this matchup. If we were going against a magical solo laner, I think we should go into the Void Stone. Void Stone will give you some magical protection, some magical power, and reduce the enemy's magical protections. Breastplate of Valor is going to give us some physical protections, which is going to be very helpful for the Guan Yu and dodgy damage. In fact, I think we're going to be almost unkillable in the early game. Breastplate of Valor is also going to give us some mana. It's also going to reduce our cooldowns by 20%, which is pretty huge. It's a great early game item, it's relatively cheap, has some good protections, and that 20% cooldown is crucial. We're going to be able to use our abilities 20% more. We're going to teleport to lane. After going into the Breastplate of Valor, we are going to be going into the Stone of Gaia. The Stone of Gaia recently just received a rework. Once upon a time, in the Smite metas of the past, Stone of Gaia was a core item on supports and solo laners because of the HP 5. It was just really strong. At some point they nerfed it to where it was at the beginning of Season 7, and now they just recently made some changes. I don't know if these changes are going to put Stone of Gaia, we're getting ganked by 3 people, but we're fine. I don't know if the changes that just recently occurred to Stone of Gaia put Stone of Gaia back at like the old meta Stone of Gaia, but it is definitely better than it was at the beginning of the season. And with the sustain kind of being taken out of solo lane, Stone of Gaia is a great source of sustain because it has a high level of HP 5. So there's a whole lot going on. This Sylvanas is pretty weak. I don't know if we're going to be able to help him out too much. We're going to go ahead and ult. He goes down. We're going to stick to this Cthulhu if we can. We pluck him back. We're taking a lot of damage, but we're still just kind of interested in the Cthulhu. Cthulhu dashes out, so we're going to back it up.
On my way.
It feels good to be able to fight into 3 people and feel pretty confident that they're not gonna get you. Sobek is very tanky. He's got that heal, he's got that knock up, and he's able to dash away. His kit just allows him to survive in this lane very well. I think Sobek would be a good support, however, I definitely feel like he's stronger in the solo lane when he can build a little bit of damage. We miss our 3, but it's alright, we got the blue buff. We're going to head back to the lane. Guan Yu is not here. Guan is on the totem, which doesn't matter too much at this point in the game. We try to dash him out of his spin attack, but we accidentally hit a minion.
Your left tower is under attack.
So I think their dodgy has rotated twice. Their support has rotated once, and we've just had our support rotate once. I don't think our jungler has made an attempt on this Guan Yu yet. We try to dash, but we miss it yet again. With Sobek's 2, it's going to knock enemies back, but with Guan Yu, when he's doing his spin attack, he's immune to knockbacks, so we got to be kind of careful on when we use our 2 on the Guan Yu. We're waiting for our dash, we're going to use our 3, get the anti-heal onto him. We thought about dashing, but he dashes right as we were about to dash. We're going to work on the minion wave, use our 3-2 combo, get pretty much the full clear. Right here, I think we would be better off proxying the wave than going for the Totem of Q. I think going for the Totem of Q is just going to take a long time, and at this point in the game, the MP5 and the gold that it gives you isn't going to make or break your team. Especially if you're kind of trading Totems of Q with the enemy.
our friends.
This Guan Yu had to use his teleport to get back so quick. So if we could force him back to spawn anytime soon, that would put us at a little bit of an advantage. We miss our dash. We hit Guan with our 3. He's just so tanky. I feel like we're tickling him. He did get Pestilence online, so he is going to have some magical protections, and he's going to reduce my healing by 20%. However, I don't need Pestilence or Contagion, because I'm already reducing their healing by 50% with my 3. So Guan Yu had to buy an item to get a less effective anti-heal than I have just naturally in my kit. Basic attack trade war of 2020 in solo lane.
Enemy missing middle.
So I do realize that I'm kind of low on health, kind of low on mana. Gonna make our way to our blue. Luckily the jungler was already on his way. Pick up the blue. We do have our teleport glyph, and we probably have enough money for the Stone of Gaia. We're going to dash, throw the Guan Yu back. He's going to ult. He's using the ult to try to get some damage off instead of strictly run away. Now we know his ultimate is down. I don't know if there's a whole lot we're going to be able to do to capitalize on that. Looks like Baka's already rotating out. We're going straight for the proxy. Run back to the archers, group them up, use the 3, use the 2, basic attacks on the minions. Love it. I do like the addition that they added in the mid-season patch where you can see the health bar of the enemy minions and see an actual number. I think that's a nice little touch. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate because we know he doesn't have his ultimate. He has a Heavenly Wings. We're going to use our 2. He's just so tanky. We think about dashing, but he's under tower. We're most likely going to take a tower shot. We have so much money. The fact that we have not backed and bought Stone of Gaia is a little bit of a misplay. It's just between the lifesteal boots, Warrior's Blessing, and a defensive item for your solo laner. Sobek feels so tanky.
An enemy has been slain.
Like, we have this Guan Yu running for his money pretty much all game. I think maybe in the early game. Oh, we try to dash. We use our 3. We use our 2. We're able to get the pick onto the Guan Yu. I think that's our 5th tower shot that we ate, and we still have over 900 health. Enemy team gets the, or we get the Gold Fury. Nice, so our team is doing well elsewhere. I definitely feel like I did not make a good attempt or a good job of rotating mid this game. We see Cthulhu, we're not really interested. If he ults us, we're going to be in trouble, so we're going to start backing up. We're going to make our way to our blue buff. Now we have almost 4,000 gold in pocket. Still have that teleport relic up. We're going to get this blue. And then I think we should back. We are level 17 compared to the 15 Guan Yu. So Stone of Gaia is 400 health, 15 HP 5. Basically, we are going to be healing a lot. And that's the beauty of Stone of Gaia. So after Stone of Gaia, we're going to go into Void Shield. Void Stone. Void Shield is the physical. Void Stone is the magical. Void Stone's going to give us some magical protections. It's also going to give us some magical power and reduce the enemy's magical protections by 10%. So now we got a little bit of pen, and with the Void Stone, this 10% reduction, it applies to everybody on our team. So if I'm standing near the Guan Yu, and our Merlin wants to do magical damage, he's going to be able to do damage as if the 10% protections on the Guan Yu was not there. We're going to use our ultimate. We're trying to save the Sylvanas. We have our shell. We pop the shell. Nope, you're late. We maybe could have saved that Sylvanas if we were quicker on our shell. We're going for this Cthulhu. even with minions attacking us, Guan Yu attacking us, we can still just focus on a single target. So all of these tentacles and eyeballs are
Enemy missing middle.
from
Careful
Cthulhu.
Okay.
If Guan Yu is just going to stand here, we're going to toss him out of tower and say, you can't use your spin attack. And then we're going to go and make our way for the proxy of this next wave. We use our 3. We use our 2. Now it's just the large minion left. Basic attack this homeboy down.
On my way.
And we're just going to eat a tower shot. Eat 2 tower shots, and look, our health is just going to regenerate so fast. We're almost back to full health. Didn't even pop a health potion. Stone of Gaia is just a beautiful thing.
You can't run from me.
If you are interested, I wish I had the actual passive pulled up and the actual change that they made to Stone of Gaia. But anytime you see I get weak, just notice how quickly my health returns back to full. The Stone of Gaia's passive is you just regenerate a certain percentage of your health every 5 seconds. We get the pluck. We miss our 2.
Attack left lane.
He does have the anti-heal of Pestilence working for him as well. We try to dash him out of his spin attack. Unfortunately, we miss. We're going to keep working on the minions.
Enemy missing middle.
We miss our dash. Guan Yu's going to use his spin attack.
We need to help our
We use our 3. Get a little bit of anti-heal. This feels like a pointless fight.
Sorry.
We're not doing anything to each other. It's just trying to clear minions and get damage off on each other. Like, he's full health, I'm full health. We've been attacking each other for the last 40 seconds straight. This is the life of the solo laner. We're going for top player damage, 37 damage at a time with our basic attacks. Ooh, 31 that time. So we do this until one of our teammates rotates over, and that's kind of the only time that this nothingness trade was going to end in one of our favors. Izanami's able to get the pick.
Well played.
I have to give ourselves an A+ on that distraction. Cthulhu is rotating over to clean up this lane and make sure that we don't get too much pressure over here and take out a free tower. We are with Sylvanas. We're just going to go for the tower. Oh, we thought the minions were coming. We tossed Cthulhu away. We're going to throw our 3 onto him. Check the boo buff. It is going to take us a good 10 seconds to clear this.
Enemy missing middle.
We get the blue buff. Cthulhu's still trying to pop. We throw Cthulhu into the blue buff. He's able to dash out.
They were warned.
His dash is down, so we're going to want to try to push onto him. Basic attack and a Cthulhu and his ultimate. 30 damage. 83 damage on our 3. We're going to try to peel back, help our teammates. We pop a shell. Sylvanas uses his ultimate, knocks up the Guan Yu. We're going to focus on the Guan Yu, try to provide a little bit of peel for the Merlin. Guan Yu's going onto the Merlin.
They're both gonna need a hot
We're going to use our ultimate.
Now you're just showing off.
We're able to get the ult on the 2 people. We get the pick onto the Cthulhu. We try to save the Merlin. We dash in, but unfortunately,
Friends behind.
we did not do a very good job there. So fighting this Guan Yu in the jungle is probably not worth it. I think we're best off going into the right lane, so at least that way, if we fight him, we can get the XP from the minions. It's kind of just run around the map next to each other, throwing abilities at each other, but not really being able to do anything to each other. Artemis is here. We might be able to do some damage to her. That is an Artemis ultimate. We're going to keep this Guan Yu. We're going to pluck the Artemis, throw her back. You see, we do some relevant damage to her, so we're going to try to stick to her. And now it's going to be Guan Yu's turn to try to get me off his teammate. We pluck Artemis back, she goes down. Izanami did a lot of damage right there. We're going to weave into the right jungle and try to cut this Guan Yu off. Looks like he went towards our jungle, or towards our fountain in our jungle. Dodgy, please jump on me. Please jump on me, Dodgy. Please jump on me, Dodgy. She goes straight for the Sylvanas. We pluck her off. For some reason I thought we had a tower right there. That's why I was saying go for me. We're going to use our ultimate and try to slow this Guan Yu as much as possible. We're going to have to cancel it early to get some damage off before he escapes. This Dodgy's one shot. We get the pluck onto Cthulhu, not the target we're aiming for. We get our 3 onto Cthulhu. We're able to knock him up. Now we're going to try to body block him. Our team is here getting damage off. We are on cooldown, so we're going to try to stick to him. Bakasaur is able to get a triple kill. That is 3 down. They only have 2 people up, so we should be able to push something right here. We have not been to our lane in a minute. There's a fat wave over there. I'm just going to tank this for the squad. We're going to run up here, damage the minions, get some damage onto this Guan Yu. Teammates are able to clean up the tower, and we'll have full health in just a few seconds. Bakasaur is able to get a 4th. We're going to keep pushing up this mid lane right here. I'm going to tank it. Even though we do have minions, we want the minions to stay alive so we can get double damage onto the Phoenix. Oh, we didn't get it? Okay, we got it. We're going to use our 3. Bakasaur might be able to get a pick right here. There's a lot of people coming in. Bakasaur is going to go down. We're going to rotate out.
Looking for me?
Another thing to point out is that somebody got Brawler's Beat Stick online, most likely the Dodgy, but that is going to affect our healing capability. This Dodgy does not think I'm going to kill her. She does kind of chunk. Cthulhu uses his ultimate.
They were warned.
Bit of a team fight going on. We do have our ultimate. We're going to throw our 3 onto the Guan Yu. We need to find a better target. Cthulhu seems to be trying to target me. Their front line is very far forward. We might be able to engage the back line in just a second. We're going to pop a shell onto the Merlin, try to get him out of there. We're going to use our 2, knock up the enemy. Our Merlin goes down. The issue here is we're just focused on the front line. We need to get to this back line, deal some damage to this Nuwa and to this Artemis. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We've got 2 of their squishies right here. Nuwa uses an Aegis. We're going to get some damage onto the Artemis. We're going to use our 2, use our 3, get the 1 off. Oh, unfortunately we missed, but we are going to stick to this Artemis. Our team is getting pressed. She popped a Heavenly Wings. Guan Yu got a good slowdown. If he did not get that slow, I was probably going to dash forward and then use my 3 or 2 to get the Artemis. So we were able to push Artemis and occupy Guan Yu's time, so our team was able to push the enemies back. Looks like Baka was able to get a double. So in that fight, their frontline, Cthulhu and Guan Yu, were continuously pushing us. Our frontline and backline, Sylvanas and Sobek, were kind of falling back in that line, trying to save the Merlin. Once their frontline entered the tower, their backline was exposed outside of the tower, so I dove in, forced the Nuwa and Artemis to focus on me as the front line for our team, and then it was just Sylvanas, so we didn't really have much of a backline going on, but we were able to push 2 people off of the team fight, off of the push onto the tower, and then Bakasaur was able to make it up and get some picks from it. If you are playing a solo character, you're looking for engagements like that, where their front line is clearly separated from their back line, and you can get in and get some damage off onto their squishy characters, and cause these squishy characters to not aim for your squishy characters.
On my way.
We're going to hit this blue buff. So after going into the Void Stone, we're going to be going into Ethereal Staff. Ethereal Staff is going to give us some crowd control reduction. If we get stunned for a second, it's only going to last 0.8 seconds. Due to the 20% crowd control reduction, Ethereal Staff is also going to give us some health, some power, and it's going to siphon some health and mana from an enemy once every 15 seconds whenever we land damage onto them. Then we are going into the Spear of Desolation. Spear of
On
Desolation
my way.
has 110 magical power, so that's immediately going to almost double armor power. Gives us a little bit of magical penetration, which we currently have none of, but we really got it for the 10% cooldown and its passive. If we get a kill or assist, we're going to reduce the cooldown of all of our abilities by 2 seconds. We're going to stick to this new all like glue. She can explode me, but she's still not allowed to survive. We used our ult, Artemis used her ult, we're able to get the pick onto the new wall. We get knocked up by Cthulhu. Cthulhu looks very weak, but we're going to go for the Artemis. She is the better target. Unfortunately, that knockup might be just enough to save her. We use our 2, get the hit onto the Cthulhu. We got a Siphon proc from Ethereal Staff. We're going to pluck Guan Yu back, put him in a bad position. Use our 3, use our 2. We're going to pluck him again. Unfortunately, we throw him right over the Izanami that dove under him. We're just going to march in for this Artemis. It looks like she's going to be able to get away, so we're going to turn our attention to this Phoenix. And I think we're going to be able to close out this game right here. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, please check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a second. If you are looking to reach out to me or have a Smite question, the Discord link is in the description. It's a great place to reach out to me. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.